Hi guys, it's Renee. How are you? Welcome back to my channel. I've been away for a little bit and life comes at you real quick sometimes. I was not feeling up to filming because I have seasonal affective disorder, and the winter is not my favorite time of the year, but I'm pushing through today because I have some things that I would love to share with you. Now, just because I haven't been filming doesn't mean that I haven't been wearing fragrances. So I am going to share with you some, these are not new acquisitions with the exception of one, but these are things that I have been a part of my collection, and I have recently been enjoying them because the cold weather outside calls for your heavy hitters, baby. Those heavy, dark, sexy ones that people are like, oh no, this is for nighttime, and I'm like, these are my everyday. Sorry, not sorry. Anyways, we will begin with the one that has just met its demise. Hashtag there's been a death in the family. I just accidentally knocked this over, like tapped it over, and the neck broke. So we're going to have to get something to decant this precious, precious baby in. This is Jardin's de Misfah, Misfah rather, and it is by Nuit Oman is the collection, and the brand is Nuit Nomade. I have been enjoying this darling this winter. This is some of what has been lost. It was like previously there, so I've managed to save most of the bottle by being quick on my feet. And I may have shed a tear or two, but that's neither here nor there. This is probably one of the most feminine scents that I own. I do go heavily into the unisex fragrances, not deliberately, but mostly because a lot of the feminine scents tend to be very, very sweet and floral, and I can take only so much of the floral before I get migraines, and so I tend to avoid them. However, this one here is a sticky, sweet, spicy, kind of almondy floral, and the floral note that you get is pretty much a rose, but it's I don't like to use the term sexy because I don't think that this is it, but it is a very sensual type of scent. It makes you want to cover yourself in it, not too much though, because it can get a little cloying, and then to cover up. It does help me to feel ultra feminine, and I like that. And there's like an unctuous kind of sticky sweetness that comes from the dates that's present here, and then you do get a little bit of that almond. There's heliotrope as well, and there's cardamom and nutmeg at the beginning, none of which is present on my skin, so I mostly get like a slight hint of spice, which I'm not really sure how to identify outside of reading the notes, and it's gone on my skin fairly quickly. It's mostly just a sticky, sweet, almondy rose fragrance for me, which rose is hit or miss for me, so I do appreciate the fact that I can tolerate that and that I wear it a lot. It's a fairly safe fragrance for me. I don't think it projects much, but it does last a long time. Next on the list, and this is another one by that brand. This is Khandjar, Khandjar. And this is again from the Nuit Oman, and this one and Jardin's de Misfah is an homage to the Kingdom of Oman. This is by Nuit Nomade. This is one of my favorite ambers, and this is like touch boozy, spicy, plummy. And then in the dry down, it's just the amber, the musk, and the patchouli that lives on my skin. And let me tell you something, this bad boy right here, now this is sexy to me. This is, so this is what I've used out of it. Unlike the other one, it has not met its death. This is just cover myself in this and go anywhere, including to sleep. I do wear it to sleep a lot because I find it to be a very comforting, very cozy type of scent, but it's also like pretty sexy in that for me and the type of scents that I like, I feel like it makes you want to bury your face in my neck. So it lasts forever too, so that is also helpful. And unlike Jardin's de Misfah, it does project a lot on me, and it has a heavy sillage, so I do spray it before I leave for work, but I leave enough time for it to settle down on my skin before I'm just out here choking up folks. This is the new acquisition. This is Parfums de Marley Herod. Now, most people who've been in the frag game for a little bit know what this is. Herod is marketed as a whatever. This is a unisex fragrance. Wear whatever you like. And Herod is essentially on my skin cardamom, a little bit of other spices that I can't readily identify, probably cinnamon, though not heavy on the cinnamon, more so the cardamom, tobacco, and vanilla. This is this is a monster. I love it. I love it so much. I did go ahead and cop the big bottle because this fragrance right here is right up my alley. And I'm loving it so far. It dies down to an almost vanillically tinged amber with a hint of tobacco and slightly woody on my skin, which I find to be very comforting, and I love that. Last two things before I knock anything else over and confine my fragrances to the graveyard. We're going to talk about things that again remain in my wheelhouse, and this is by Boucheron, and it is Ambre d'Alexandrie. Now this is a 120 ml bottle, and I've been using it, and this is a beautiful amber. This is sticky, sweet, tobacco, amber, and woods. It doesn't change a whole lot. It doesn't need to. It's pretty amazing as it is. It is eternal on my skin, and I love it. As it progresses deep into the dry down, it just tones way down. It's not quite a skin scent because it does project a bit, but it just tones down and softens out a little bit. The tobacco that is there at the beginning kind of dries away, and it's mostly just an ambery bomb with lots of sticky sweetness, turning more vanilla, but creamy with there's probably sandalwood in there, and woody, and I just adore it. So glad I broke it out and started wearing it because I'm 100% in my wheelhouse of things that I love. And speaking of in my wheelhouse of things that I love, this is by the brand Solstice Scents. Yeah, Solstice Scents. This is an indie perfumer that is based out of Gainesville, Florida, I believe, and her name is Angela St. John. This particular scent is Manor. I have never seen a more simplistic, that's not true, not never, but it's got a pretty simplistic fragrance profile. But man, is it good. Just because it's simple doesn't mean that it's not out here, you know, having folks sit up and take notice. And whenever I think that this is gone from my skin, people are just like, oh, you smell so good. And this is true through the mask, you know, hours of wear. And people are like, I'm sorry, what are you wearing? We've been all talking about how good you smell. Could you tell me what that is? And this is Solstice Scents Manor. This is vanilla, musk, a touch of oud, just the friendliest, politest oud ever. And just woods, very creamy, very like, it's not a gourmand vanilla, just a regular old plain vanilla, minus that sickly sweetness that you can get sometimes. And it's just amazing. And it lasts forever, projects, leaves a nice scent trail. Happy about it. The beauty of this is that you can see how much I've used as well. She fills these things up to just underneath the cap. So I've been in here. Unfortunately, her perfumes only come in, or sorry, the eau de parfum only comes in the 60 ml, but she does have other sizes. And I'll do a separate video on some of the ones that I own. All right, guys, thanks for coming by my channel and checking me out. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm inside because it is snowing. We're expecting about 5 to 8 inches of snow out here, so I'm in the house. Y'all be blessed now. Bye.